Welcome everyone, my name is Limbic. You have the question, should I buy Brightwing, and this video has the answer.
I like happy things like puppies and rainbows and dead enemies.
Brightwing is a support character who packs a mix of healing, shielding, and crowd control, along with unmatched global presence. Let's go over her kit. Brightwing cannot use a mount. Instead, she has an ability called Phase Shift. After a short channel, Brightwing is teleported to target allied hero. The cooldown's only 30 seconds at the time of this recording, meaning that you can easily jump all over the map to allies in need of aid. If the targeted ally dies before the channel is complete, Brightwing will not teleport, but the cooldown is refreshed. This ability is incredible, and is, in my opinion, the biggest contributor to Brightwing's current dominance in the support category at the moment. Her trait is called Soothing Mist. It passively heals allies in an AoE around you every few seconds. The heal is significant and allows you and your allies to stay in their lanes for much longer than they otherwise would be able to. Her Q is Arcane Flare. It will deal damage in an AoE and deal much more damage to enemies near the center of the AoE. Brightwing's W is Polymorph. It turns targeted enemy into an adorable critter for a short duration. The polymorphed enemy can move but cannot attack or use abilities. Polymorph also interrupts channeled abilities such as Vala's Strafe and can even be used on Tassadar's in Archon mode or Tychus's in the Odin. Her E is Pixie Dust. This is a shield that blocks incoming attacks from enemies and increases its target's movement speed. Brightwing's first choice for heroic ability is Blink Heal. You will teleport to a nearby ally and heal them. This ability can also hold multiple charges. Her second choice is Emerald Wind. You create an expanding sphere around yourself that pushes enemies away. In my experience, your choice for heroics should always be Emerald Wind. Blink Heal is okay, but it simply lacks real impact. Through the use of Phase Shift, you should be able to get to your allies when they need you anyway, and the range of Blink Heal is surprisingly short. Compare that to the fact that Emerald Wind can turn the tide of teamfights, save an ally's life, save your life, and even push fleeing enemies back into your team, and I think you can plainly see which ability has more applications. In the early game between Brightwing's passive healing, Pixie Dust, and Polymorph, your lane presence is incredible. Try to score yourself an assassin for a lane partner because they'll be able to play far more aggressively than normal due to all of the support you will be able to provide. When playing Brightwing, you should always be looking at your minimap. Check your teammates' lanes every once in a while. If it looks like they're having a bit of a hard time, why not give them a helping hand by phase shifting yourself on over? This becomes more and more important over the course of the game. You can stay in your lanes much longer than the rest of your allies, pushing it and soaking XP. But be sure that you're watching your allies and that you phase shift in if you smell a team fight brewing. Brightwing's abilities all have very long cooldowns, which means that you will have to be very careful about when to use them. Especially Polymorph. Being able to effectively remove one member of your opponent's team, even for a short time, is amazing. So make sure that you use Polymorph on the highest priority target on the enemy's team, because chances are you won't get to use it twice in a fight. Her mana costs are, I'd say, average, but since you'll be using most of your abilities so sparingly, you aren't likely to run out of mana too often. Between Polymorph, Pixie Dust, Emerald Wave, her passive healing, and the talent build that I'm going to suggest to you, I find it extremely difficult to die as Brightwing. Indeed, if I ever do die, I consider it to be due to me doing something silly 99% of the time. Games that ended with me having 0 deaths just became common once I got used to this hero. So if you hate sitting at death screens, this hero may just be for you. I'll go over my suggested talent build for Brightwing now. Unfortunately, there isn't really much of a choice when it comes to playing Brightwing in terms of talents. Every tier has, to me at least, a clear best option. At level 1, take Bribe. This ability allows you to very quickly and easily grab some of the merc camps. Your level 4 choice should be Protective Shield, granting you even more capabilities when it comes to keeping your allies alive. At level 7, snatch up the talent called Gust of Healing. This gives your trait an active component that you can use to rapidly heal yourself up, making you even harder for your enemies to kill. At level 10, take Emerald Winds, and at level 13, grab Rewind. Being able to polymorph 2 enemies at once or keep one enemy locked down for twice the duration means that you will notice a huge power spike once you've learned this talent. Your level 16 choice should be Critterize. This causes polymorphed targets to take an additional 25% damage. This is another power spike for Brightwing, because 25% really is massive. Once you take this talent, your enemies will start to crumble before your team. Finally, at level 20, I'd recommend Continuous Winds. This adds an additional 2 waves to Emerald Winds, making the ability far more effective. Usually, I don't like to talk too much about a hero's competitive strength in these videos because that's something that could very easily change. But I'll make an exception for Brightwing because right now she's by far the best support in the game. Her hard CC in the form of Polymorph and Global Presence is unmatched, and as a result, at the time of this recording, Brightwing is one of the most eagerly snatched up heroes in ranked play, second only maybe to Stitches. The short answer to the question, should I buy Brightwing, is if you're a competitive player or one who enjoys the support role, then the answer is probably yes. Brightwing is very expensive, but she is worth it. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason you shouldn't buy Brightwing is if you really hate the support role. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you might want to check out my previous Should I Buys or hit that subscribe button in order to catch the new ones as they come out every Friday. My name has been Limbic, and I will see you all next time.